Record it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, demon diva, quite the screamer. Cursing, tease ya, hurting, please ya. Spot her out in any of y'all arena. Break the meter, get way too excited, watch her boot up. If the lady good, she get lady wood until you know who we can suit up. I get a girl a salute, wrestling down at the rope. Y'all gotta run with the group, wrestling with the commute. Yeah, that fire glows. Time for the show. I go by the name of Wrestle Flow. Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
How are you? It's WrestleMania week. Wow, your excitement is you are so over. You are like over the moon excited. I'm like, it's WrestleMania week, and you're like, yeah. What are you drinking?
Jack and Coke.
All right. Well, I'm about to serve me. Do you remember on your birthday how your mom bought us this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Those
addicted to
are
it now.
very
Ever
fun.
since
They're really good too, though.
Yeah, I know, and we got so fucked up. Story of our life. Anyway, so where you been? Have you been watching wrestling? Talk to me.
I have not. I haven't had the time, or I haven't found the time, I should say, to be able to do that as of late. So unfortunately, no.
Wow, you make it sound like you have a newborn baby or something. Like, what's keeping you busy?
Yeah, right.
So, listen. First of all, aren't you sad that we're not going to WrestleMania because Phil says, remember Phil? He says a legend and the Demon Diva. Wow. Okay, I'm not a legend on my own channel anymore. Listen. Going to WrestleMania is our thing. I think we can resume again next year, but I'm a little sad.
Possibly.
Like every time I think of WrestleMania, I think of like how much fun we had in Dallas, in Orlando. It was a blast.
It's not getting to the event. It's the planning on getting to the event.
Yeah.
If you will. It's just there's so much that goes into it. And anyone who's been would know, but if you haven't been, you wouldn't know.
No, and it's like and you have fun. Even if the WrestleMania itself is bad, you still end up having a blast, so you don't care. Like a lot of people don't necessarily like WrestleMania 32. We had a blast.
WrestleMania 30. WrestleMania 32 was
Don't
fun.
start. You have
30.
issues. You have issues with WrestleMania 30. Speaking of WrestleMania 30, you know that WrestleMania 37 got WrestleMania 30, right? Because they added Daniel Bryan to the match.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. But hey, it's okay because he's not going to win.
You're such a savage. He said it's unfortunate.
Yeah, man, he didn't deserve it. I mean, whatever. I don't book the matches. It's like it's almost like they needed John Cena again or something, But it's okay.
You just miss John Cena so much, don't you?
And The Rock and Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker. Wrestlers.
Come on, Taker was just there. Taker was just there. Come on.
Okay, maybe for the past 10 years he was, but still.
You sound like an old man.
I'm not.
I know. All right, so I'm going to break down WrestleMania to you night by night, and we'll just go over the matches and maybe like how we got here, and possibly who we think is going to win. As you know, it's 2 nights, but we're going to have fans again, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see like a stage and the production.
What's the capacity they're doing the
25,000 people per night. 25,000.
Okay, so 15 total.
So it's going to look, it's going to look very similar to the Super Bowl, but I don't know if they're going to have the cutouts. Like, you know how the Super Bowl had the cardboard cutouts, so it looks super packed?
I surely hope not. Oh, actually they should, because if a wrestler gets up there, grabs that cardboard cutout, that could be fun.
Or if a cardboard cutout comes to life. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a cardboard cutout of like Stone Cold, and the next thing you know, they sit the real Stone Cold there. He gets up and stuns someone.
Yeah, that would be very fun.
That would be fun. I have a theory when we get to that match. I have a theory that Bad Bunny and Stone Cold, they're friends. Bad Bunny could bring Stone Cold to WrestleMania. We can hear the glass break and everybody will be happy. And just saying. Bad Bunny has some connections. All right, so let's start with
pop that loud. WrestleMania 32 when Stone Cold came out. That was the loudest pop I've ever heard, either on TV or in person. That was insane.
I don't know. We were there for the Hardys coming back, and that was insane.
But it might have been because we were indoors, but you couldn't even hear the music.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the screen and him coming out, but you couldn't hear the song at all.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, because I was trying to find that reaction on my phone the other day, like going through the videos that we took that day, and all you hear is people screaming. You can see that the screen says Austin, but you can't hear any music. All you hear is screaming. With the Hardys, and like you said, the WrestleMania 33 was open air, so like the pop was huge, but it didn't feel like in Dallas everything felt so like. Yeah, that pop was...
It like vibrated. Like, when he came out, the whole building felt like it just shook. It wasn't like a loud, hey, yay. It was like a... It was impressive. It was impressive.
Are you ready to go back there next year? Because that's where it's at.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I didn't like about Dallas is the way that the location is broken down. Feels very New York. Like in New York, you have MetLife all the way over here, but then Monday Night Raw is all the way over here. You remember that? Because everything was happening in downtown Dallas, but AT&T Stadium estaba en el culo. Like, it was so far away.
Raw is going to be in the American Airlines Arena or whatever. Yeah. Okay, that must be close to the stadium. No, it's like about 45 minutes away.
No,
wow.
No, I'm glad that our hotel was like in a midpoint. You remember? Because we were like we were very in between both. But I'll never forget that you really like. If anybody's going to Dallas next year, do not book a hotel close to the stadium, because you're only going to go out there once for the WrestleMania night. Everything else is going to be in downtown. So just try to stay closer to downtown. Here we go. Tips of attending WrestleMania. That was so much fun. And you know what? A lot of people were talking like, you're not watching Hall of Fame. Remember when we went to Dallas, we ended up going to Access the night of Hall of Fame instead of watching the Hall of Fame. We met Asuka. We saw Finn Balor. Like, all of the NXT people were there. We had such a blast at Access that night that, I never been a big fan of the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Me either. I don't think anyone really cares about the Hall of Fame.
No, a lot of people care. You'll be surprised.
But do they really? Like,
yeah, I mean, come on. The legendary Bella Twins got inducted tonight.
I mean, sure.
I'm not even drunk yet. I'm already talking shit. I mean, guys, I did put in the description Superchats. Wait, Superchats buy shots of Grey Goose. So if anybody donates a super chat, I will do a shot. Just throwing that out there, trying to take your money and trying to get drunk at the same time. All right, so let's talk about WrestleMania. Okay. And then I would love to do a stream where we just talk about our most fun memories of attending. Because, I don't know, Orlando was fun too. We got kind of drunk a couple of times. All right, anyways. Remember how people were talking shit? They were like, you're really going to let him drink? Like, and I'm like, he's about to join the military. Like, why wouldn't I let him get... Besides, where we're from, the drinking age is 6 months, 18. I think. That's... Oh, 18. I was taking sips from my dad's beer for as early as I can remember.
You're born with an IB, of course, life from my abuelo.
Yeah. Yeah. If my dad is not holding a beer in his hand, there's something wrong. All right, so night one, okay? I'm going to start with, there's a tag team turmoil match, and whoever wins is going to face the women's tag team champions on night 2. Okay, so this is for the women's tag team titles, and whoever wins will go on to the next night. So it is Naomi and Lana. Yes, they are a tag team now.
I know. Yeah.
Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, the Riot Squad, and Natalia and Tamina. Oh, hi, Nala! Baby girl. I think that it's going to come down to Naomi and Lana and Natalia and Tamina.
Yeah.
And
I think Naomi
personally,
and Lana are going to win, though.
You think so? I kind of think that it's going to be...
they have that X Factor type deal.
I love them together, and they're amazing.
Yeah, I did watch a few videos of that, And if you watch Tamina, I mean, Tamina's just an oversized.
Hey, be nice to Tamina. I like Tamina. She's part of the family. She's part of Roman Reigns' family.
Yeah, but I mean, so are the Usos, and they've never been any good.
You definitely haven't been watching lately because Jey Uso has been killing it. Actually, I feel like Jey Uso has been better as a single star than he was in the tag team. Like, he has been so good lately. It's actually ridiculous that he doesn't have a match, like a singles match at
What
this
happened with his
WrestleMania.
brother?
I'm upset about it. Well, he got injured, like a knee injury. But I think he's clear to come back. They just haven't bring him back. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back either at WrestleMania or the night after to help Roman Reigns. A triple threat match. So nothing, there's no...
Or they could set up a triple threat match between the Twins and Roman Reigns for the title.
Yeah, I mean... I wouldn't be opposed to a storyline when Jimmy is just mad that he got left behind with Roman and Jay, and that like sets up family drama again. But I really, really, like, in all honesty, I have really been enjoying what Jey Uso has been doing. But he is like Roman Reigns. Like, I think Roman Reigns really elevated him. I don't know that Jey Uso could have gotten here without feuding with Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was. Remember, that is the first feud that Roman had after winning the Universal title.
Yeah,
and they cut such a real promo. Like the things that Jey Uso said to Roman Reigns were very helpful. You can just tell that they're so close and so comfortable with each other that they went places that I don't think that Jey Uso would have gotten to go if it wasn't for the storyline. I don't even know how. I don't know how every conversation I ever have end up with Roman Reigns when we were talking about the women's tag team titles. But anyways, I really do think that Jey Uso has been doing a lot of good work, and I think that when I come visit you, because I'm gonna stay for a couple of days, I'm gonna take you through so you can see at least the video packages, because I think you would appreciate what he's been doing. That being said, I personally think Tamina and Natalia, I think they're two veterans. They're kind of like long overdue, and in WrestleMania they like to give. I don't know that they will win, but I think that they will get a shot.
Well, if you give them the shot, then you're just making the match boring. They're not exciting.
But the problem is that I'm not seeing, well, maybe with Lana and Naomi, I'm not seeing Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler dropping the title, right? So the way that I'm putting it is whoever wins is just going to lose the next night. So who can afford the loss? I'd rather see Tamina and Natalia lose than Lana and Naomi.
But I feel Naomi and Lana match up better for a more fun match with Nia Jax.
I love their friendship. Like, I think they feel like they're legit friends. Like, they look like they're having so much fun in their social media and everything. And they even started wearing matching colors, which I know that sounds dumb, but I absolutely love when tag teams start looking like a real tag team, because all of these women, the women tag team division, they have just meshed so many women together that have no history whatsoever. And like, boom, you're a tag team now. So I have respect when they start looking like a real tag team. And I feel like Naomi and Lana are putting the effort to feel like a legit tag team. They have been going for these titles for a while, and they have been showcasing them on Raw. So I wouldn't be upset if it's them, but just to be play difference here, you're gonna go with Naomi and Lana. I'm gonna go with Tamina and Natalia. So the next match that we have for night one is the match that nobody gives a fuck about, and that is Braun Strowman against Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. Of course, we know Shane McMahon is going to jump off the steel cage.
Next match.
But oh my god, we gotta say who you think is gonna win.
I mean, if you're using logic here, I mean, one guy is like 7 feet tall, 290 pounds or so. The other guy works at Chick-fil-A. So
hey, you be respectful to Uncle Rick. You be respectful to Uncle Shane. You know I like Shane.
I'm gonna go with Braun, because Shane is gonna jump off the top of the steel cage instead of escaping it, and that's gonna cost him the match.
I am going to go with Shane McMahon. I love how we are not agreeing at all tonight. This would have been fun if we attended it live, because we would have been arguing the whole time. I'm going to go with Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon allowed Braun Strowman to pick the stipulation, so I feel like it's going to come back to bite Braun Strowman in the ass, because why would you pick a steel cage match? Yeah, I do, because Braun is stupid. That's the whole storyline, believe it or not. That's what it's being about. Shane McMahon saying that Braun Strowman is stupid. And then Braun Strowman saying, I don't like to be bullied. Like, bro, you are 8 feet tall. What the fuck are you talking? Nobody believes that you're getting bullied. And if you are, then you're a pussy.
Facts.
But okay, so you have Braun, I have Shane McMahon. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is interesting. This is for the Raw tag team titles, and the current champions are the New Day, of course, probably in the conversation for greatest tag team of all time. Remember how much fun you made on me in Dallas when I had that unicorn?
Yeah.
A unicorn horn, and I almost poked your eye out because I was so drunk. Anyways, the New Day, it was everywhere. I have so much, and then we had the little clapper things that made a lot of noise. Remember? And they came out of that giant.
That day.
We were. So I was so drunk. And then I got you drunk. It was fun. Anyways, so it is the New Day against AJ Styles and Omos. Do you know who Omos is? That really tall guy that's been hanging out with AJ Styles. Yeah. We haven't seen him wrestle yet, so I'm super excited because if he's listen, he could be good. Like, we don't have big dudes in wrestling anymore.
I'm going for the
I'm not. I think that I think AJ Styles wants to become a Grand Slam champion. It makes sense for somebody like AJ Styles to say, hey, I want everything that I can accomplish in WWE. I want to make it happen. And AJ Styles is smart enough to want to team up with a beast like that to make sure that he goes on to win. That being said, I just said I gotta put that shot up. I gotta say, the New Day, we just said they're probably the greatest tag team of all time. And they have been working together a lot longer than AJ Styles have with this guy. So they have better in-ring chemistry and they know each other. But I really would like to see AJ Styles win the tag titles just so he can be called a Grand Slam champion. I respect AJ Styles that much. You still say the New Day though?
You know how I feel about AJ Styles, but I am gonna keep
You love him. Okay.
I'm gonna
all right. So I just want to highlight this shot because somebody is giving a shout out to my beautiful dress. Can we just say for a moment, Isa is killing it in that dress. Hall of Fame carpet worthy for sure. Thank you. I thought I would dress up for the Hall of Fame even though I'm not watching it and get drunk online because that's what I like to do. A bunch of people. It's two classes because remember, it's 2020 and 2021. So it's going to be like, so I know the Bellas are getting inducted. RVD is getting inducted. I like RVD, so good for him. Rob and them, like the RVD. Yeah, sure. You remember him, the pothead? Yeah. Who else is getting? Oh, Molly Holly. I like Molly Holly. I think she's a legend for the women's and did a lot. I think that she was ahead of her time. She was too talented in a time where they didn't care about whether the women could wrestle or not. So I'm very happy for her. But Titus O'Neil is getting the Warrior Award, and I respect that because he does a lot for the community. But Hall of Fame, I'm just better. I am happy watching the highlights of it. You know what I mean? The only time, legit, that I care about the Hall of Fame was when they fucking inducted Carlitos Colon because, God damn it, he's a Puerto Rican legend, and I wanted to see that. That was it. I was like, yo, Carlitos Colon, like, cause that's the wrestling we grew up watching. We lived in the island. It was a superestrella de la lucha libre todos los sábados a las 11 de la mañana.
Flyers everywhere.
En la lucha libre.
Concrete basketball court.
Yeah. So of course, when they inducted him, I really wanted to watch that. That's the only. I get it. When I feel like because I've been watching wrestling more recently, I feel like the people that I really love are not going to be inducted yet. So maybe years from now, when they start inducting these guys that I love so much, that's when I'll probably care about, the Hall of Fame. The big name. Oh, Kane. Kane is getting inducted. Now that's a deserved one. I think Kane. Okay, yeah. Kane deserves it. I have a feeling
with the Hall of Fame is like a lot of people that are in the Hall of Fame should not be in the Hall of Fame. Like Donald Trump is in the Hall of Fame. What did he ever do for wrestling? I mean,
nothing. And the fact that they haven't taken him out after the whole mess, but I get it. They have the McMahons have a weird relationship with Trump. That's a whole different conversation. But we don't need to kill the bus, bringing Donald Trump.
Anyone can get to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. It doesn't feel very serious, but every once in a while they induct someone that is very well deserving, and it feels good. Like when they show the video, like they had the Undertaker FaceTime Kane to tell him, and the video was so it felt so good. Like when Edge was telling Beth Phoenix that she was getting inducted, that's his wife. Like that felt good when it's somebody that deserves it. Yeah. I think that next year is going to be Undertaker because it's in Texas. It would only make sense for the Undertaker to be inducted in front of a crowd because he had to retire with no crowd there. So I feel like Hall of Fame, he can get that induction that we didn't get to give him. And I feel like next year in Texas, it makes perfect sense for it to be Taker's time.
Did Michelle McCool get inducted?
Not yet.
They should do both.
I know, I love her. But Michelle McCool still looks like she could fucking go. Like, have you seen her at the Rumble?
Yeah, she was
So
really
good.
good. She was really
I like
good.
Michelle McCool a lot. All
But
right, so let's
like you
move
said,
on.
like
Wait.
Molly Holly, she was in a time where people didn't care about women's wrestling, and she was really good when she was in.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. The problem is that they had her in some really shitty storylines. Well, every
with
storyline back
their
then was shitty.
broken in half women's title and whatnot. Yeah,
I know. Mm. All right, so far we have not agreed with any of our picks to win. This is going to be a fun one. We should
yeah,
make a
it is.
bet. We should make a bet. All right, so we have, okay, this match, in my opinion, will steal the show. We have a one-on-one match between Cesaro and Seth Rollins. Is that not going to be the best wrestling
That,
match on the card
yeah,
that
oh
night? Come on.
yeah, 100%.
Oh, they're
Just
gonna
those two
kill
names,
it.
like Cesaro can do so much at his size, at his speed, and his power, not
Mm-hmm.
being the biggest guy in the room. And Seth Rollins, well, he's just the best wrestler in the industry right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you got those two dudes combined. That's for
It's
fireworks.
gonna be so
And they're already
good.
buddies. They're buddies. They
Yeah,
work
they're
out together.
BFFs.
They do everything together.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably practicing this match every in
They're
and out
gonna
that you
try
can
to
think
steal
of.
the
They're gonna
show.
steal the show.
They're
Yeah,
gonna, yeah.
they're gonna pull out Shawn
So
Michaels and what's his name, Bret the Hitman Hart, showstopper type
no,
deal.
I like when I think of this match, I wanna compare it to, remember Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 where they put that match and it was
Yes,
like
yes.
perfect. I don't wanna put it out there because I don't like creating expectations, but I feel like it could
But
be at that level. Like they're
oh
so
yeah,
good
yeah,
at what they
yeah,
do.
100%.
And honestly, Seth Rollins' character right now is on point. He's so
The
annoying. He's so
savior.
extra.
Yeah,
He's been wearing like all these crazy outfits and like he's like so
he's always popping
Cesaro's
on my
like
Twitter.
I know he did the swing on him 22
Yeah,
times and that's like being like the whole story. Like he's like 22 times and then he's like he will never ever swing me again and then Cesaro attacks him from behind and swings him.
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to break some kind of swinging Seth Rollins record. That being said, when it comes to winning, I feel like, okay, I'm very torn here because I feel like Cesaro, babyface, going for Roman Reigns, even though he wouldn't beat him,
He needs to
will
win.
be a big storyline. But the problem is that Seth is the new Mr. WrestleMania. Seth Rollins has an amazing record at WrestleMania and he lost last year. I do not see Seth Rollins losing at Mania 2 years in a row. And there's also money to be
But
made in a Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins storyline.
but Seth Rollins does not need the win to get into the Roman storyline.
No, he doesn't because they
Because
have history.
as far as I know, Roman Reigns has not beat Seth Rollins in a one-on-one match.
He
I
has.
could be wrong. He has.
He has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm proud of him.
Yeah. It was that they
But
did that storyline so a while back where it was like Seth Rollins had Roman's number, and at one point I remember Roman
yeah.
beat him. I'll look it up, but I remember it was a one time. Listen, these are my two baby
Well, I don't
daddies,
think
so
it
I
was,
know
there
everything
wasn't a
there is to know.
title. There wasn't a title change in that though, right?
No, it was just a regular
So
match.
that's what I'm saying. Like in a title match, I should rephrase. Roman Reigns hasn't beat Seth Rollins, so you can still, hey, you beat me here, but I beat you for the title back in like 2017 when I came back from my knee injury.
I don't
So
want to
you
talk about that
2018,
night.
whatever.
Well, that night, I feel so 50-50 on that night because the fact that all three members of the Shield were champion that night was so
Yeah,
amazing. But I
yeah,
wanted
and
Seth to
so annoying at
regain
the same
his
time.
title so badly that when Dean Ambrose cashed in, I was so pissed off because the guy had just came
I
back
know,
from injury.
I
Him
know.
and Roman Reigns put on an amazing match. When Roman countered what was it? The spear into a pedigree. That is one of my favorite counters I've ever seen. Like Roman was coming to charge him and he fucking pedigree him. Like, listen, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns have incredible in-ring chemistry, but at the same time, I don't want them to rush their story because they're both heels right now, so they're not gonna have them go at it. You know what I mean? That's okay.
That would be fun.
And that being said, I am rooting for Seth Rollins, and I think that Seth Rollins wins. Only based on the fact that he lost last year to Kevin Owens in a match that was like this for nothing. I don't
Yeah.
see them having Seth Rollins lose 2 years in a row at
But
WrestleMania.
if Cesaro does lose, then you're just gonna bury him at that point.
I know, but you know what? I don't think so because if they put on such a performance, like you have to think about that. Like there has been guys that are made more by losing. Like, remember when fucking Stone Cold would not tap out and he just ended up passing out because he was refusing to
Yeah.
tap out? He didn't win that match, but he looked like the bigger star. So I think that if you're gonna have Cesaro lose, you have to give him an amazing match to where everybody's talking about him, even if Seth wins. Otherwise, Cesaro should win. I think he deserves it. I think we all been saying for years Cesaro deserves better, and this is a chance to really do it. And it's Seth's big first match back since he left on paternity leave. So that would be a big deal for Cesaro to score it. But I'm rooting for Seth Rollins. You're rooting for
I'm going for
Cesaro.
Seth Rollins. I'm gonna go Seth
I
Rollins.
made you
'Cause,
change your mind. Do you remember when you first got me back into wrestling and I fell in love with Seth Rollins and you were so mad at me because you were like, no, he sucks.
Yeah, I just hated his character at that moment. It was.
I
just
know.
But
I
I grew
got
to
you.
like him.
I got you into
You know
the
what
dark
made me
side.
really like him was when he feuded with John Cena and he trolled the hell out of John Cena like nobody ever before. And I was like, okay, I like this guy.
I also think that you realize how much people like Seth when we were sitting at SummerSlam, and the pop when he came out was so amazing that you would have never guessed that he was the baby face in that feud. I was so proud of the pop that he got. I personally fell in love with Seth Rollins after his performance in the triple threat with John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Because even though he didn't win, I thought he looked the best in that match. And you're wrestling John Cena and Brock Lesnar and you stuck out. Like, that was like Seth Rollins coming out.
Well, if you watch him wrestle, he's like a better version of Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, because he's definitely better looking, but I don't want all the Shawn Michaels girls to come after me.
Well, he definitely is, no homo. But what I mean by better is like he can do everything Shawn Michaels did at his size, but he's a little bigger, so he has the power side as well. He's not just a high flyer. He can pick you up and slam you too, so which is pretty awesome. I think.
All right, so we have let me see what people are saying in the chat about this. Hold on. So we have the biggest question is, will we see a surprise appearance or two this weekend? We'll talk about that at the end. Somebody said,
you'll see Tom Brady flashing his 7 rings. That's what you're gonna see.
We are in his stadium. Somebody said Cesaro will swing Seth back into fashion sense. I'm sorry. I have to disagree with you. I think that the outfits that Seth have been wearing lately are so on point. All right, so let's move on to the next match. I'm glad I got you to change your mind on this one. Now, this match is a big deal to all of us Puerto Ricans because our dude, Bad Bunny,
the one that has been getting the ratings.
Yeah. Well, you know, the YouTube views more likely because nobody's watching. So Bad Bunny will be teaming up with Damian Priest to take on John Morrison and The Miz, who it still hurts my heart to say painted the Bugatti last night. I was like,
I saw that and I was so angry. I was so angry. I was like, why?
But you know what?
There's no need.
You have to give Bad Bunny so much props for like the dedication that he's putting into this because we know he's a fan like you and I are. So he's going all out. And he has money.
He has to.
I get that.
Well, yeah, he has money, but he has to because there's not a lot of people that will get this chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just like,
and I'm glad
he is enjoying it. That's the thing that I love about Bad Bunny being there. And I know that I'm fully biased because I love him, but I feel like he always looks like he's having such the time of his life. He's so happy to be there and enjoying everything that he's doing. Last night, I don't know if you watched the video that I sent you, but they allowed him to come out and cut a promo. Even though WWE YouTube's version, they really shrunk it, where Bad Bunny came out and really spoke from the heart. He talked about what a big fan he is, the memories that he had watching pay-per-views with his family in Puerto Rico. And then he said, I love when he said, listen, I was at the Royal Rumble and I had an opportunity to do it. And he said, and if you're a fan like I am and you get an opportunity to jump off the top rope at the Royal Rumble, you're gonna do it. And I said, yeah. I said, I'll jump off the fucking cage. Exactly.
I would do it.
So I'm very, very glad. No, I'm very, very glad that they finally let Bad Bunny speak from the heart and let the people know that he's a wrestling fan because they had to realize that some of the target audience or the audience that's watching now have no clue who this guy is. To us, he's like a god, but there's people that never heard of him before. So it's just like, let him explain why this means so much to him. And I the other day I was like joking with my friend Mickey when I said the Stone Cold thing, and she was like, "Wait, Stone Cold was in his music video?" And I was like, "Yes!" Like people don't realize that this man has been a mark since the beginning of time.
Yeah, like what's that song
Chambea
from?
with Ric Flair.
No, Ric Flair's drip. Yeah, and Ric Flair's
Yeah.
drip and whatnot. Oh well, Chambea, Bad Bunny. The other
Chambea.
one's Offset.
But no,
Yeah,
but that's the
when
thing.
Ric Flair came
He
out in that
had Ric
music
Flair
video,
in his music video before Ric Flair drip was even a thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like the thing is, I've seen on Twitter, I've seen a lot of people like comment here, oh, they should take him off TV, this and that, because they don't know who he is. So they don't know the story and the purpose on why he's doing what he's doing, which is very upsetting because they're a bunch of uncultured swines. But it's whatever. It's none of my business. They can go listen to whatever they listen to in the back of their truck. And
they can go listen to country music in their back of their pickup trucks and drink a beer. Listen, and that's what I try to tell people. It's like, okay, so I never want everybody to love Bad Bunny and fucking start jamming to La Santa tomorrow. That's not what I want. No. What I want you guys is to let us have this moment because he might not be for you, but he's for us. Even my dad is asking me every week what Bad Bunny did on Raw. And Papi don't watch wrestling, and he's all like, so what happened?
It's just like, a different feeling.
Yeah, and I'm emotionally invested. I personally, in a weird side note, I feel like Bad Bunny helped me made it through the last year. His music puts me in a good mood, and this pandemic has been so depressing that when you have that one thing that puts you in a good mood,
I used to work out.
He has good songs to work out to. He has good songs to get. That's the thing with him. His music is good. You have good to get drunk to it, to work out to it, to cry. He has a couple of sad songs too. There's a Bad Bunny song for every mood. Let me just tell you that. That being said, I do think that Bad Bunny and Damian Priest will win this match. There's no question asked here. The Miz has been bullying them, and I think that. But what I do hope is that Damian Priest gets the pin, because Bad Bunny is gonna go away and Damian Priest gets to stay, and he's getting the rub from Bad Bunny. I think that Damian Priest should get the win, just because when Bad Bunny goes away, he has that WrestleMania win on his belt.
I feel like after Monday night, Bad Bunny's gonna be gone. So yeah.
I don't know. He might like it. He might change his. I was thinking, what if he likes this too much and he stops making music for us?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So somebody in the chat is saying, Bad Bunny opened his heart and it made it feel real. It did feel real. David Hall says, Puerto Rican? Wait, I thought aren't you guys from Hawaii? When the Miz and Morrison messed with Bronze Buick, they got demolished. The card is worth like $125,000. Bad Bunny gets Bugatti was $3 million. Imagine how they're going to get smacked around. They deserve everything that they have coming to them, because listen.
And first of all, don't mention a Buick in the same sentence as a Bugatti. Come on, let's be realistic here. Come on.
I was talking to my friend today, and he was like, they will not stop talking about how much the car is worth, and I'm like, Steve. It's a $4 million car.
Yeah.
There's houses that's worth 10 fucking houses. I didn't even think that there was cars that expensive. I actually didn't think they existed. I'm like, he paid how much?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, definitely, I'm pretty sure we're both on Bad Bunny's wagon here. We're rooting for Bad Bunny no matter what. All right, perfect. So the next match is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. You have Bianca Belair. She won the Royal Rumble against Sasha Banks. This I am very 50-50 on this.
Yes, I think that Sasha has a lot of momentum.
Mm-hmm.
She really
does Bianca.
But Bianca Belair, is she good? Oh my, she's like a bigger version of Sasha. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what she is.
In a more real version.
Yes, and I like her a lot, and I feel like she should get the win. But I don't know if the WWE is going to be willing to drop that title from Sasha just yet, because when Sasha has had the title before, she hasn't had it for long.
Right.
I'm not talking about 6
months. This is her longest title reign ever. Yeah, she's had it for a while.
I'm talking about 300 plus days as champion, not 120.
Right.
So I am very 50-50. I don't think I could pick, but if I have to force my hand to pick, I'll go with Sasha. Just because they're missing Becky Lynch so much that they need that female character. to be Becky Lynch. Although they're not gonna be Becky.
No, it's not gonna be either one of these women. Their character is completely different. Sports and Entertainment in the chat say, "I love Bianca. She is the future. She is the future."
Yeah.
However, I feel that
she doesn't need to win right now.
So the thing with it is that I feel like even though Sasha has had her title reign this time for a long time, she hasn't had any significant matches. And I am not being picky here. Asuka hasn't either. And Asuka has had the title for a while. And I feel like neither one of them have had a match where you go. I think the only match that I really enjoyed was Sasha and Bayley Hell in a Cell. And that's when she won the title. That match was amazing. And I feel like Sasha needs a really significant win to solidify this title reign. I also feel like this is a feud that can go beyond WrestleMania.
That's why I don't think she should drop it just yet.
So I think that, and another thing, which we'll get into it in night 2, is that you have Asuka against Rhea Ripley. And I personally don't see them letting both of the young NXT women win. So I think that if one of them gets to win, it's going to be Rhea. It's not going to be Bianca. So, I'm going to say Sasha Banks here.
Yeah, I'll say Sasha, and then to the other women's match, I'll say Rhea Ripley.
We'll get to that one. We'll talk about that in a second. And then, last but not least, nobody cares, but for the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley against Drew McIntyre. Bobby Lashley is the current champion. They broke up the Hurt Business, which is a horrible mistake.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That was awesome.
So yeah, they were a good faction. I love the picture of all of them with all the gold and everything, and then they just dropped the title. I want Bobby Lashley to win, but I have a feeling
I think Drew McIntyre is going to win because they broke up the Hurt Business, and I don't think Bobby Lashley works alone. They've tried it before, and it didn't work. And what they're trying to do with Bobby Lashley is making Brock Lesnar like. You cannot make Bobby Lashley be Brock Lesnar like because there's only one Brock Lesnar. So I feel like because of that, Drew McIntyre is going to win because he's the poster child, if you will. Just like Roman.
I'm so upset at how this doesn't feel like the WWE title feud. Like, it's been boring, and I am also upset that both of these guys were let go. They had to go, leave the company, and come back to make it to the top. Like, you could have had such a compelling storyline between them, and what you're doing is so dumb. Like, it's stupid. I want it to feel like such a hype, but I don't see the hype there. And the fact that I don't care for the WWE title match at WrestleMania bothers me a little bit. But I think I would like to see Bobby Lashley retain and hopefully Brock Lesnar come back. But that's just me fantasy booking. That's not going to happen. I think I think that Drew's going to win and get his moment that he couldn't get last year because he won the title at WrestleMania, but there was no fans there. So they're probably obsessed with giving him the moment that he didn't get. I don't care. I don't think that Drew... and it's not his fault, but creatively, he was a shitty champion. Like, he was so goofy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sad because he has an impressive resume. Drew McIntyre beat Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley. Like, the people that he beat, he should have had the best reign we've seen in years. And then he was still like, nobody cared.
The way they booked him. His promos were trashy. He can wrestle. I'll give him that. He's a good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just... what they were trying to do with his persona or his character and the way he was talking were not matching. Like, he was supposed to be this badass freaking like Viking like champion, and then he was giving compliments to Goldberg.
Yeah.
He should have shredded Goldberg in the promo. Like he
did though. Like, not with the promo, but the match was like 2 minutes. But I feel like that also hurt him a lot. That lost a lot of momentum. Nobody wanted to see that Goldberg match, and he just he had to do it. You know, it's his job, but it was stupid. So that is night 1 so far. Let's move on to night 2. I personally think that night 2 feels a little more exciting than night 1. When it comes to night 1, I think the matches that I'm the most excited about are Bad Bunny and Damian Priest against The Miz and Morrison, and I'm excited for Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, and Cesaro and Seth Rollins. Those are probably the 3 matches that I'm looking forward to the most. Night 1. So night 2, we have the women's tag team title match, which is whoever ends up winning will go against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I think that Nia and Shayna Baszler will win. I think they're having a really good tag team champions reign. Yeah, and they are dominant women, and if you don't have any plans for them as single stars, then keep them as champions.
Because
we don't
once
really
they
need to
drop those
discuss
titles,
that.
they're gonna break him up, and it's just gonna be a waste of talent, if you will. Because they
We
weren't doing
also
much when he was
have.
single.
Yeah, no, they weren't, and that's the thing. They weren't gonna do anything with Shayna Baszler. Like, she came to the main roster and she looked like a beast, and then they just like bury her. And now if this is the only title she's going to hold, then let her hold it for a while.
For a while, yeah.
Um, yeah, we also have Sami Zayn against Kevin Owens. These two never put on a bad match. I know, don't roll your eyes. The match is going to be good. And this is the first time that we're going to see them with Kevin Owens being the baby face and Sami Zayn being the heel.
Listen, you know how I feel about Sami. I hate Sami Zayn. I don't even know why he's in
He's
the
so good right
WWE.
now.
He's so
good right
oh.
now.
If
Why did you
there's
not
ever been a
like him?
if there's ever been a wrestler that I want to slap in the face with my foot, it would be Sami Zayn. I
What?
dislike this. He is so disgusting looking. Like, he just not.
Acting.
I don't like him. He should not be in the WWE. He should be in ECW somewhere. That doesn't even exist anymore. That's where he should be at. That's what I think of Sami Zayn.
I will
He's a
say
waste
one
of He's a waste of
when
space in the ring.
no, he's not. He's very
He
good in
is.
the ring, and
I
that
don't like
match that he put
no.
against Nakamura in NXT is always going to
I
be
don't
one of
care
my
what
favorite
I don't care
matches.
how good he looks, he's still Sami Zayn.
He looked better
Remember
then.
how he
I
started
will.
his dumbass song? That's what started it for me. I was trying
I
to root for the
know.
guy. But when you come out so happy to that dumbass song, like, just walk back into that Giantron or whatever the hell it's called and get the hell out of the stadium. You suck. No.
Ole,
Kevin
ole,
Owens.
ole,
Yeah, no, he's just
ole.
stupid.
Ole. Okay, but do you know that Sami Zayn has Logan Paul in his corner? Yes,
Logan
the
Paul is
YouTuber
also another
fighter.
asshole. I don't care. I will smack him sideways too. Logan Paul.
You just wanna smack everybody. Now
Yes, I
you guys
really
know. If you guys been watching my channel, you know I always want to smack someone. So you know it runs in the family. This we just
Yeah.
have anger issues because I'm always trying to fight people. That's just my mood.
Yeah,
I don't
Logan
care.
Paul
Like,
is
what's
a
the
joke.
worst thing that could happen? You get beat up. That's fine. I'll get back up. Anyways,
And I'll smack you
so you
again,
got
and then I'll
Kevin
get beat up
Owens.
again, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I got Kevin
listen.
Owens, and I hope Logan Paul falls and break his teeth or something. I don't know. I don't like him. I really don't like the Paul brothers. I don't like him. I know. The other one's gonna get beat up by Ben Askren. And
yeah, you're right about that. I don't understand because he's undisputed now. He thinks he's the shit. He's like, bro, you haven't fought anybody that matters.
I'll say this. I would put the boxing gloves on for free with Logan Paul or Jake Paul or whatever Paul or hit the
If you
Paul,
fight a Paul, I will put my money on you.
And
1000%.
Yeah, they cannot box. I don't care what they say. You box Nate Robinson. Cool, dude. He was a basketball player. He's 5 foot nothing. Like, come on. Like, you were gonna who have you really fought? Like, those two pick me so. Ugh.
But did you know that Mayweather was gonna fight him?
Yeah, because he needed to get a lesson taught to him. But hey,
Mayweather would have kicked his ass. Like, I wanted to see that, and then they postponed it. I don't know if it's gonna happen now or not. But
I'll do it for free.
So.
He doesn't even have to film it. I'll do it for free. He doesn't have to tell anybody. I won't tell anybody. I would just get the enjoyment of beating him up. But hey, whatever. Sure.
All right. So I do think that Kevin Owens wins. And
I really
I will say
Logan
I have
Paul
been enjoying Sami Zayn's character with the whole conspiracy theory. Don't hate me. Okay. For the United States Championship, we have Matt Riddle, who's the current champion, against Sheamus. I am 1000% rooting for Sheamus here. I want Sheamus to win. I've always liked Sheamus. I don't know why people don't like Sheamus. And I like Matt Riddle. I thought he was a good MMA fighter, but everything that they're doing with his character is so stupid. This whole, like, I'm the pothead guy that's always high. What's up, bro? Like, no, this dude is a legit badass who could kick your ass. Why don't you book him that way? And I think that Sheamus the last few weeks have been putting some amazing matches, and I wouldn't mind seeing another United States title reign from Sheamus. What do you feel?
I like Sheamus. I'm going with Sheamus.
Sheamus is a beast, bro. A beast.
Fella! Yeah. I think he's the most underrated, underappreciated superstar in WWE history. Sheamus has been done so wrong.
Because you know what the problem is that Sheamus is their go-to person, the panic button. So if you need him to be a
Yeah,
jobber, he'll be a jobber. If you need him to be the champion, he'll be the champion. So because they never booked him consistently, you don't have like a clear like vision of him. But
because when
I've
he first
always
came
like,
up, oh my God,
hmm
he was shredding everyone. He destroyed John Cena. He destroyed Triple H. He destroyed everyone. And then he had a
I bet you
skip for
enjoyed
a
it
few
when he
years where he did
destroyed
nothing.
Daniel Bryan in 18
Oh,
seconds.
that
Did you like
yeah,
that?
that was awesome. I was yes. I every time Daniel Bryan loses, it brings so much joy to my heart. Like the only reason why I was sad that he retired is because I couldn't see him get his ass beat one more time.
Oh,
That was it.
te
Like you, bro.
pasaste, yo. I'm doing a shot to that comment. I don't even care. That is my favorite thing you've ever said.
Like if I was
This kid
if I was
just said,
creative, if I was creative, I would have had him get his ass beat one more time when he was retiring. As soon as he finished whatever he said, he should have got him bro
no,
kicked,
that was
and that would have
no.
been it.
He just said the only reason I was sad Daniel Bryan had to retire is because I couldn't watch him get his ass beat anymore. Cheers to that shit, bro.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Like,
Te
hey, I
pasaste, te
am five
pasaste.
foot nothing. I'm gonna fight a guy that's 7 feet tall, and I'm gonna win. Bing. No, you're not. Sit down. But hey, good years.
Listen. Okay. All right. So we have Sheamus. Let's move on to the Intercontinental title match. This is going to be a Nigerian drum match. I don't know what it means, but I hope that they get a crazy entrance with a big band and a bunch of drums playing. But it is Apollo Crews against the current Intercontinental Champion, Big E. Apollo Crews is the Nigerian who made the stipulation. I am 50-50 on this as well. I feel like Apollo should win. He created the match, right? I hate when people create a match and they lose it. Like, it's like, what is the point
I'll
of
bring up
that?
a good point. So you chose AJ earlier, right?
Right?
Big E is part of the New Day. So if I were you, I would pick Big E because not both of them are gonna drop their titles. That's not gonna happen. Either Big E
Big E,
retains and then the other one drop, or they retain and Big E drops.
okay,
That's what's gonna
okay.
happen. So I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here. I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews because I showed the New Day, and I recommend you go with Big E.
Okay, I think that Biggie as a single stars is a beast and should be pushed. And
Oh
in
yeah,
order for that to happen, he has to have a decent title reign with the Intercontinental title. But at the same time, I really like this change of character that they did on Apollo. That's why I'm 50-50 here. So I'm gonna go with Apollo just to be devil's advocate and go against you. I'm gonna go with Apollo Cruz just so we
I
can
just
agree
went
on
with
everything.
Apollo Crews, but
What? You did Apollo? I thought you said Biggie.
yeah, I picked
Oh
the New
well.
Day earlier. That's why I did Apollo
Oh,
Crews.
that's right. So you pick. Okay, fine. So Apollo. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna pick Apollo. God,
Apollo
we
Crews
suck at
could
these
be so
predictions.
good, but they still not pushing him at all. He's athletic, like crazy
Yeah,
athletic.
but no, but have you seen him lately? Ever since he turned heel and he's doing this whole like Nigerian stuff because
A
that's
little
his
bit, yeah.
real
Yeah,
his real heritage is who he really is. So he feels
yeah,
like so much more real. Like before, he used to smile at everything, and it was like, dude, you look so fake. And now he's just like really, really being himself. So
yeah.
I'm excited for him. And whoever wins doesn't matter. Like I feel like both of these guys are deserving, and I love when a match like that happens when you be happy for either one of them. Now the next match is the return of the toasty, extra crispy Fiend against Randy Orton.
I'll say this: if you want to do the Fiend ride or Bray Wyatt ride, the Fiend has to win this match
The Fiend has to
because
win. No. This is talking about if you don't let the Fiend win this, he's completely
that
like
would
you
be the
already fucked
second
up that
that would be the
character.
second loss against Randy Orton in a WrestleMania. The same person.
Yeah, but that was Bray. This is the Fiend, you know.
But we're not. I've been
I
watching
know
Bray
what you're
Wyatt
saying.
since it was Husky Harris.
Yo.
Like, he needs to win this match to keep the Fiend character.
Yeah, I know, but Randy Orton,
But I'm
man.
gonna go with Randy Orton.
I'm gonna go with the Fiend. I think the Fiend needs it. I love like I know that a lot of people are not into it, but I think like Bray Wyatt is such a risk taker with his characters. what he's willing to do. He allowed Randy Orton to do this Firefly Inferno match and burn him, and coming back with the whole fucking burn suit, like the commitment that he's putting into the storyline.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you have to give him props. Like these motherfuckers have burned.
I like him, but I'm gonna go with Randy.
That being
because
said,
I knew you were
Randy
gonna
Orton
take the Fiend, so.
has a WrestleMania record that you have to be like, yo, they always give Randy the win. And you remember, because we were in Orlando, people were rooting for Bray Wyatt that night, and Randy Orton still beat him. So Bray Wyatt has such a huge fan base. They've never really capitalized on that. I'm going to go with the Fiend. I think Alexa Bliss is going to do some kind of weird magic trick, and she's going to help her man win. So I think Bray Wyatt wins. You pick Randy Orton. You're wrong. Yeah. I will be so upset. Right. I will be so upset if they do the thing like that.
RKO.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah. Like WrestleMania in Orlando? Yeah.
But certainly not least, we have Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns against Edge against your favorite wrestler, Daniel Bryan, in a triple threat match.
As long as Daniel Bryan somehow gets double speared, I don't care how the match goes.
Oh my god! And then they break him in half?
Yes.
Bro! Oh no, they can't do that because we will have to be there live. Like, I would like to see that live. Like, yo, the vision, like I'm actually picturing it in my head, like both of them coming at him with a spear.
Break his neck again.
Roman and Edge win. Fatality.
Add it to the Mortal Kombat trailer.
Yo, that last Mortal Kombat too, those fatalities were savage. Like, they went all out with them. Like, I loved it too. Like, the hard rip one, like, that shit got...
Alright, the bone break to the x-ray. They should do that with Daniel Bryan's neck every match. See where it's at.
Listen, speaking of broken necks, I'm concerned for this match. You have both of these crippled fucks against a healthy Roman Reigns. This could get ugly. Roman Reigns is gonna have to carry them like you do your baby. Like, okay,
they're gonna come out in wheelchairs.
We're being mean. We are being mean right now.
It should just be a stretcher match, but it is what it is. I didn't book it.
I didn't want Edge to win the Royal Rumble, and I didn't want this. I would have rather seen a one-on-one match between Daniel Bryan and Edge on a "my neck is better than yours" match. You know, like, and then let Roman Reigns fight a young talent so that he could really give it his all.
I'm gonna go with Edge.
Wait, you think Edge is gonna win?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna press the end live button. Why would you say that?
The ultimate opportunistic.
No, maybe 20 years ago. He's like 50 now. He can't even see the opportunities. He has to put on glasses. He's so fucking old. He's like, oh wait, let me see real quick. No, he's the ultimate. If he was the ultimate opportunist, and you know I'm right, he would have picked the fucking Miz. Because that's who was champion when he picked who he was going against.
Okay, but then he lost to Bobby Lashley.
Okay, so let Bobby Lashley kill him. Roman Reigns is the best thing in wrestling right now. Why would you have him lose the title?
Because he's Roman Reigns. And he should be able to keep wrestling alive without the title. You really should.
You know how you want to know how you don't keep wrestling alive? The reason why wrestling is not alive is because they keep having this fucking 48-year-old man come back and win titles. Hello, Edge, I'm talking to you. Edge is not winning.
You know why they do that? Because the wrestlers right now are not cutting it.
Roman is cutting it, and you're trying to fucking cut him. Roman is totally. Oh, really? Because he does it for me every week when he comes out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If you are honest here,
I am honest. He's the best thing in wrestling right now. Acknowledge him, Christian.
He's that corporate John Cena bootleg.
Remember please, that? Please, John Cena wishes. John Cena wishes. No, please, come on.
He really is.
He's not. And I wish that John Cena came back right now because this Roman Reigns cutting promos against John Cena will be $1 million.
I mean,
But
after
of
he
course,
got
John
that
Cena
person by
fought him when
Roman,
he
yeah.
was like when he was a baby face. They wouldn't
John Cena put him over
let John
the
Cena
edge.
fight him right now because you know what? He would look stupid.
John Cena put
Like
him over
first of
the
all, he's
edge.
gonna come out and Roman's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, who are you? Didn't you leave? You left as soon as I was making my way to the top because you were too scared. You fucking pussy! Oh my god, it will be amazing." And then Roman Reigns will be
Jesus.
like, "Acknowledge me," and then John Cena's gonna be like, and then Roman's gonna be like, "Boom! Back to Hollywood, bitch."
Are you done?
Yeah.
Nobody. Okay, if you're really honest here, there's been, I want to say, 3 wrestlers that you could argue for if you throw Triple H into the mix that people have really cared about that not even wrestling fans know. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't care
Well,
about him.
I guess 5. I guess 5. Triple
I
H
do
would be
care.
my
I
fifth
do care.
one.
I'm sorry.
So you have Triple H, Hulk Hogan, Stone
We
Cold
don't
Steve
talk about him.
Austin,
We don't know her. We don't know her.
The Rock, and John Cena. And The Undertaker is undisputed. You know, everyone knows who he is. But I'm talking about people that were from era to era that took the company, other than The Undertaker. Those were it. From Hulk Hogan to Stone Cold to The Rock to Triple H to John Cena. And once all these guys retired, The Undertaker was carrying the torch by himself. And now The Undertaker's gone. Nobody knows who anyone is. You ask any common dude out there, hey, do you watch wrestling? No. All I know is like John Cena, Triple H. You get the same names over and over and over and over again. These are names that are not even wrestling anymore. That's how.
Yeah, because I fucking leave. Remember when he fucking cut those gay ass promos against The Rock? Oh, you left for Hollywood. I would never do that. WWE is my home. Oh, I'm sorry. I can make it to WrestleMania, guys. I'm quarantining to film a movie.
But
He's
okay,
a
you're right on
hypocrite.
that. Yeah.
He's a hypocrite.
But
Hipocrita.
I'm
Bad
just saying
Bunny
the
is a
wrestlers
bigger.
now.
Bad Bunny has more
Bad
love
Bunny's
for
carrying the
wrestling than
torch more
John
than
Cena.
anyone else. Bad Bunny right now is doing better for the WWE than anyone in the industry.
Yeah, watch
Because
John Cena. Watch John Cena. Let them put some paint in his Bugatti. Oh, he can't afford one.
no, but on a real note, I really do have an issue with what wrestling is doing with their wrestlers. I don't know what it is.
Me too.
I
There's
don't
a
know
lack of
if
star.
they're trying to
There's a lack of
yeah,
stars.
which is
Yeah.
sad. It's very sad to see because it feels like back in what I want to say 2014, 2015 when everyone was hurt and they were trying to make matches out of sticks and stones.
Yeah.
Like that's what it feels like because
Well,
we
the
as fans we
problem
know what a
is
rest we
the
know the good
problem
guys.
is
Like
that people like you keep wanting these old guys to win instead of letting these new guys build themselves up. Listen, wrestling has gone through high eras and they have gone through really shitty eras. And right now, I feel like if you don't start building new talent, it's going to become extinct como los dinosaurios, okay? Like the dinosaurs, because you
yeah,
have to let these new guys build their
yeah.
characters. And whether you like it or not, Roman is doing the best job out of a current talent right now. So if you
Oh,
don't let Roman
he
Reigns
is. I'm
win,
not saying he's
and you
not.
go back to that formula of giving it to an old guy, then you're just doing the same fucking bullshit on repeat.
I want Edge to win just because he never lost the title. That's why I think he should
No,
drop
he
it
did it because he
WWE.
broke his
But
fucking neck like Daniel Bryan. You want Daniel Bryan to win? Because he didn't, oh my god, he didn't lose his title. He had to relinquish it. No,
okay, he
he's
should have never been champion in the
sensitive.
first place.
He's sensitive like an egg. Like he's gonna have to they're gonna have to wear pillows around their bodies on Sunday. I want to see Roman Reigns go like, I was gonna say I want to see Roman Reigns go hard, and that's gonna sound so bad, but
Yeah,
that too.
no.
But I want to see Roman Reigns like go at it, and like he can do it with these two guys. Number 2, Edge, legit. Okay, I'm gonna put my Roman Reigns bias aside, and I'm gonna say Edge had a one-on-one match on SmackDown against Jey Uso, and he was gassed out after a few minutes. Right now, actually, Daniel Bryan is putting on better matches than Edge. But people in the chat are bringing it on. On Sunday, it's actually the 10th year anniversary of Edge having to relinquish the title
Yeah.
because, you know, oh, I'm sensitive. I'm a skinny guy. I can't handle wrestling. I got into the wrong industry. So here's my title because I got to go home and cry to
That's
my
not
mom.
really how that went.
It's kind of how it went.
I think it was that spear on Alberto Del Rio outside of the ring. That's where it happened. Because
Yeah.
Alberto didn't take that spear well. Like he took it
It's
the
not
weird
it's not
way.
how it happened. The problem with Edge was like such a nagging injury that just kept getting worse
Well,
and
yeah,
worse and
because he
worse.
kept because if you look at Edge careers in the beginning, he used to do all these crazy ass TLC matches. Remember when he speared Jeff Hardy off the top of the ladder
Yeah,
in
that's such a
midair?
moment.
And yes, like I think that's where it actually started, like his neck problems.
Yeah, it was like the spear. But like first of all, let's be real. Why would Edge has a spear as a finisher? And I'm not just like being mean right now. It's just like he's not a big guy. Like I do not believe that a spear from
But
him.
he's quick.
Remember when I speared you? I kicked your ass. Anyways,
But he's quick. He's quick.
oh, okay, great. So is fucking Roman my dog, and that doesn't make him win the title on Sunday. You
I don't know.
know?
I just feel like just because of what the circumstances that are surrounding Edge, he'll win it. I don't necessarily want Edge to win because of what you said, but I knew
Yeah.
you were gonna pick Roman, so I had to pick somebody else just to keep the
I
fight
think
going.
if
So
Edge was to win, he has to pin Daniel Bryan. Like you
oh
cannot
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
Roman
You
lose.
cannot. That's why I say ultimate opportunistic. Like
Yeah.
Roman will spear Daniel Bryan. Edge will like toss him out of the ring and like pin him or something. You know what I mean? Something's
Well,
gonna happen
last
where Daniel Bryan's gonna
Friday
take the
on
pin.
SmackDown, it was Daniel Bryan who stood tall, and I always believe that whoever is the person standing tall at the end of the
Take
shows
the
are the
pin.
ones
Yeah.
that are not going to win. I hate that they made Roman Reigns look a little bit weak there. I appreciated the whole story behind people thinking that he tapped out of Fastlane when we all know he didn't tap out. He was caressing Daniel Bryan's hand. Like he wasn't tapping. He was just going like, okay, buddy. Okay, good try. Good try. That's what Roman Reigns was doing. He wasn't tapping out. I was there. I saw it. I feel like people that were watching it on Peacock maybe saw a different thing. I was watching it on the WWE. I'm so full of shit, bro. um, I know. I will make anybody believe my bullshit too. Like I can tell a story pretty serious. That being said, I just think that Roman has momentum going, and I feel like when Roman loses the title, it should go to like an up and coming person that has momentum.
Yeah.
But I can see the Edge story coming to like him
Full
retiring in his
circle.
own
Yeah.
terms. Yeah, I can see that. I can even see a little bit of an argument for Daniel Bryan, like because like
No,
he
I cannot. No. He's in the same boat as Sami Zayn. Goodbye. Sayonara. Nobody missed you.
you'll
The
never
only
enjoy
people
a
that
Daniel Bryan
the
match.
the only people that missed you were the 5-year-olds with a shirt that said yes that had no actual literature on
I
it,
fucking
and that was it.
actually I don't hate that yes chance. Seeing it live when a bunch of people are doing it is kind of cool.
It's more
I'm
cool to
trying.
do.
I know, I know. I'm trying to think of a Daniel Bryan match that I really, really enjoyed. And the only Daniel Bryan match that like I will put in my favorite matches was when he fought Roman Reigns at a fast no, he had a really good match against Bray Wyatt at a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and
Remember when he was doing
against
that storyline with the Wyatt family when he was gonna join the Wyatt family? I don't mind Daniel Bryan when he's not in a title storyline. That's my thing with Daniel Bryan.
I mean, I never. So the thing, my thing with Daniel Bryan is they try to make him Shawn Michaels because he was a student, and that
Yeah.
always bothered me because he's never been that good. He's never been near that good as Shawn Michaels ever was. So
He's
don't.
good though. He's talented.
He's alright. I mean, he can take a fall.
Listen, you have to be able to put your feelings aside and at least like realize that when they're
I am. When I
talented, you
watch
know.
him wrestle, it looks like a dog
But
with rabbit or something. I don't know. Like he
that's the thing.
just
Like I
looks
always
so
tell
angry.
people, like there are some guys that I feel are talented, but I never root for them. But I want to see them fight my favorites, right? Like I want to
Yeah,
see like Daniel Bryan, like oh my god, he's matched with AJ Styles for the okay, whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Daniel Bryan is a good
He can.
wrestler, but I never
Yeah,
root
I
for
mean,
him.
he can put on good matches, but he can't. I don't know. I just never really liked him like that. Like he never appealed to me. Like it was just like they were
I
trying
just
to go
can't
with
believe
like
you're
if I
picking it.
can do
I'm
this,
so
anyone can
bothered
do
by
this.
this. I'm gonna be FaceTiming you at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep thinking about the fact that you picked Edge to win. Like I'm gonna FaceTime you and be like, I can't believe you picked Edge.
I mean, he's gonna but hey,
I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns should stay champion forever. I think he should retire with the title. And that's what I think. So yeah, that's our WrestleMania predictions.
I don't know. I just don't think Daniel Bryan should even be in the title match.
Yeah, I don't
think
think he should be in the match either. I don't. But I don't think
I
like I think of it is like I know you don't feel this way, but I think that Daniel Bryan is talented. So adding him to a match is never gonna make it worse. It's gonna make it better because he's a
he could put on
talented
a
dude.
show with somebody else.
He can't keep up with Roman Reigns, unlike Edge, who like watch. It's a triple threat match. I am going to fucking time how much time Edge spends sleeping outside while fucking Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns actually wrestle. You know, like they're like, oh my god, he won the Rumble. He came in at number 1. He lasted 60 minutes. How many of those minutes
he did good
was
in
he
that
actually?
Match, he did good.
I'm so
he
glad
did
we're
really
not
good in last year's WrestleMania.
You would have gotten slapped a couple of times.
He did really good in last year's WrestleMania too with Randy. That was a good match. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who he should be fighting, Randy Orton. Not for the title.
That was a good match yesterday. I mean, last year.
That whole feud was good. Like Randy was like destroying. He RKO Beth Phoenix. Randy Orton is such a fucking savage.
The Phoenix, Stephanie McMahon. What's his freaking face? Vince McMahon. All of them. It's just
last year he sent fucking Matt Hardy to AEW. Then he sent everybody that Randy RKOs ends up in AEW. Christian went to AEW, but the Big Show AEW now. Like don't get RKO by Randy. Unless you want to leave your job, don't get RKO by Randy. So so that's we didn't agree in a lot of them. There's a couple that we agree, but we didn't agree in a lot of them, and I like that. That's gonna put some stakes into it. Are you gonna watch it?
I'm gonna try to, yeah.
So that means I gotta send you my Peacock login because you probably don't even have Peacock yet.
I haven't seen a cock yet, so yeah, I don't know.
I cannot wait to make all the puns about Peacock and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, so yeah, I knew it was coming. So, why would you name something Peacock? Like, come on.
I don't know, but I would love to see Roman Reigns Peacock. Anyways, so he's like, So before we wrap it up, you want to hang out with the chat a little bit and talk some shit?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta go to bed early because you're like, I don't know, you have responsibilities. All right, perfect. So we have some people here in the chat. I'm going to highlight a couple of chats. I saw that somebody said, beware of the Puerto Rican temper. I've heard horror stories about it. You don't know shit about it, bro. Like, we are...
Facts.
I have a bad temper, but I will say it takes a lot to, like, in real life to get me angry. I don't think a lot of people have seen me angry because I stay very centered. Because when I get pissed...
You know what it really takes for me? Just play Sami Zayn's song and I'll get mad. Sami Zayn. Just play Sami Zayn song and don't worry, I'll get mad. That's what you have to do.
No, you're not like that. You're actually very loving. No, you're not. You're an asshole. All right. Anyways, we know you hate Sami Zayn. Jay is going to do something that will cause Roman to lose the title. Donnie, why would you manifest that onto the world?
I mean, he has
why
a point.
Are you agreeing?
No, he has a point though. He really does have a point.
Are you guys just doing this because you want to see my reaction? Because you know, if Roman Reigns loses, I will lose my shit.
You know what that could turn into? It could turn into Legacy versus Randy Orton type deal. Was it Legacy? Yeah. Remember that in WrestleMania 26, I believe? When Randy fought Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes?
Who? That guy from AEW?
Yeah. The American Dream or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. The Nightmare. He's the Nightmare.
Yeah, the American Dream is his dead dad, I think. Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, sure.
I like Dusty Rhodes, man. He's a good
dude. He was good. He did a lot.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember. What was it? What was the card for WrestleMania 26? All I remember was the rematch between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
The main event was, I think it was John Cena versus Batista. When they had that feud where, like, John Cena couldn't beat the animal. And then he tapped him out, yeah.
God. I miss John Cena a little bit. Randy is just an AEW agent. He is. He be sending them talent all over the place. All right, so we have another comment. What if Jimmy Uso returns and gets involved? I'm telling you, I think something's gonna happen.
That's why I said what I said about the legacy and stuff.
Oh my God! So Revolution to Evolution says that they gave Molly Holly only a 2-minute speech at the Hall of Fame. This is why I don't watch that shit, because I get so pissed off. They let some people talk for an hour, and then the ones that actually are important, they don't get to
They
talk.
don't let him talk. Yeah, not. I mean, it's
Molly
unfortunate,
Holly
but
is a queen, and she can have 100 minutes in my channel if she wanted
but
to.
this is
So
why people don't watch the Hall of Fame because of that same thing right there.
I think
Because
the
you
Hall of
watch
Fame just lasts
for
too
something
long.
exciting. Not only that, you want to see someone get inducted, and then they get a half decent promo in or 30 seconds into the speech, and they're like, "Hey, you gotta stop." It's like, damn, dude, like, come on, really?
Did
Like,
you
we haven't
watch
seen this
the
guy in years.
Did you watch the Hall of Fame where Bret Hart got attacked by a fan and then the fan got fucked up by everybody, fucked him up? Did you see
No,
that?
no.
Yeah, so it was when it was Natty and Bret Hart, and they were talking about the Hart Foundation, and like somebody like jumped into the ring and attacked Bret Hart, and then like it was like the revival, and Ronda Rousey's husband, fucking Travis Brown. Imagine taking a punch from Travis Brown, a fucking UFC heavyweight fighter.
Yeah.
They fucked that guy up when he made it to the police station. Like he was like so bruised up. I was like, good, he deserves that shit.
Was he just like
Harry
a
isn't
random?
it was a random person. But the thing of it is like he was crazy. He was like in his Twitter account, he was like saying that he was gonna do it. The problem is that there's so many crazy people on Twitter, you don't catch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Harry says, I just got done watching the takeover press conference tomorrow. It's gonna be insane. We you have time, right? We should talk about NXT tomorrow. Like night one of NXT. Because NXT is also 2 nights this year, by the way. Takeover. Do
Okay.
you remember when you didn't watch NXT and I made you attend NXT with
Yeah,
me and then you
because he wasn't as popular though, and then I watched it. I was like, "Whoa, that's really good."
Yeah, NXT is so good. It's because Triple H runs it, of course. But
Yeah,
right now, one of your favorites is the champion. It's Finn Balor. He went back
Finn
to
Balor.
NXT
Yeah.
and he's been killing it down there. And I'm
Well, he
glad that he
needed
did
to.
that. And I wish they did that with more people. Like if they're not working in the main roster, send them back down. Like NXT doesn't feel like actually when they get called up, now that feels like a downgrade because I feel like NXT is better creative wise.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Matches
like
are
it's like
better. Wrestlers are better.
I don't want anybody from NXT to get called up right now because I'm like, first of all, NXT did announce that the women are going to main event night one, and I am looking forward to this match. It is Io Shirai against Raquel Gonzalez. I think you will love Raquel Gonzalez. She's a beast. She's tall. She's like crazy. Io has had an
I need to
amazing.
do more research on that to be
Yeah,
able to talk on it. Like I have
I know, but I'll
no
talk about
settings
it and
on it
I'll
right
give
now.
you like a little bit of a rundown. Because Io Shirai has been champion since. Remember how Charlotte won the NXT title last year?
Yeah.
She lost it to Io, and then she's been champion ever since. And I'm not a big Io fan, but every time that she's gonna fight someone, I say, okay, this is when she's gonna lose it. This is when she's gonna lose it. And this bitch keeps putting on amazing matches and retaining.
And keep
But
winning.
I
Yeah.
do think that it is time for Raquel to finally beat her, and I am rooting for Raquel tomorrow. I'm excited for NXT, guys. We have the NXT titles. I'm rooting for MSK. In the NXT UK Championship, I am rooting for well, not rooting. I think that Walter is going to win. I think you would like Walter too. You need to do some research on him. He's an ass kicker, and he's gonna
I'll do
fight
some research
Ciampa.
and learn a
And I
little
think
bit
that
about
Ciampa,
the new guys in NXT.
yeah, like I think Ciampa and Walter are gonna put on a good match, but I don't think that Walter is losing to anyone anytime soon. Um, Actually, it's night two. Like night two is the night that I'm looking forward to the most because of what? Look at this comment. Somebody, this is not my boyfriend. This is my baby. This is my nephew. I raised this kid. I raised his ass. But listen, you grew up fast. You grew up fast.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I know, but I still see you like a little tiny baby. Anyways, I know it's sad. You remember when I used to surprise you in Puerto Rico and you would get so
Yeah,
excited
fun days.
and how mad you got at me when I moved?
Yeah,
Actually, fun fact, on the 10th of this month, it will be 19 years since I moved to the States.
really.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So that means that I've lived here the same amount of years that I lived down there. So I'm 50
Yep.
50. 50% gringa, 50% Boricua now. Listen, I think we talked enough for tonight. I had a lot of fun talking about WrestleMania with you. And guys, we do have a podcast coming. The thing of it is that we are too much of a perfectionist and we want everything to be perfect. We want to have our graphic, our logos, our intro song. So, but we already picked a name. And when we get everything put together, I will release a date. I'm excited to talk wrestling with you every week.
I just need to do more research, but I will. I should have the time now.
Yeah, you will. And if not, I don't mind. I don't mind filling you in.
I feel
on
like it's
what's
more
going
fun
on.
not knowing though.
I
Because
know.
you
I
get to
love
the next
seeing your
level, etc.
reactions.
Yeah.
But listen, maybe I can fill you in on wrestling, and you can fill me in UFC things because you know
Yeah,
more
that
MMA.
I keep a lot. I keep up with a lot of UFC things. Like I know about just everything.
Yeah. Harry says, "What up, K-Rock? K-Rock is my nephew, and he is the reason why I love wrestling. I stopped watching wrestling, and then when the network came out, he said, "Oh, you should get the network. It's only $9.99." He sounded like a salesman for it.
He
He
was
made
out
me
for
get
like
the
2 months at that
network,
time. Yeah.
and I have been hooked ever since. We attended so many events together. That's another
Mhm.
thing that got me into it. When I took you to Monday Night Raw at Barclays,
Yeah.
I had so much fun that night, and I didn't realize that wrestling was that much fun. I was like, wait, will people have this much fun? So when we have the podcast ready to go, we will let you guys know, but you'll be able to catch
Hmm.
us live and in Apple Podcasts or whatever. Somebody says K Rock looks like a lady kisser. He is married, happily married with a baby. The only ladies that he's kissing are the two that he has at home. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Christian, go get some sleep. I know you wake up early. I might get more drunk and come back with a late night stream later on tonight, guy. I'm gonna go and watch what's going on at the Hall of Fame. I want to watch Kane's induction. That's all I want to watch. So
Yeah, they might cut it to 30 seconds. I don't know. We'll see.
I know, right? People can follow you on Twitter or Instagram. I don't know what your Twitter
Yeah.
handle is, and I don't even think you know what your Twitter handle is. But when I
I
get
think
the
it's
graphics for our
Christian_Lopez 1.
Well, I
Right
tweeted it, so
there.
you guys can follow him from there.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all of you guys. I will be back later with a super late night stream after I watch Kane's induction. Christian, I love you.
Love
And
you
I don't
too.
say that. Actually, I only say that to you and my dog. That's about it. Anyways, bye guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.